Welcome to another episode of Selling Southbay. My name is Aaron Alcides with Alpha Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. And today I am here with Joe Morrison. Joe, thank you for allowing me to come here and find out a little more about your CPA firm and also about why you do accounting and what would be your ideal client. And I just want to get to know you a little better.
Sure. Well, I can tell you that coming out of college, I graduated from Azusa Pacific University. I had a communications major with an emphasis on journalism, and so I actually worked for a newspaper in the Pasadena and San Gabriel area for a number of years in my 20s, and I was covering everything from city hall events to sports games and whatnot, and I felt like to really take another step forward in my journalism career that I needed to have a better understanding of finance so I could cover the economy and whatnot. And so that's when I decided to go back to school to study finance and accounting. And I had a real knack for it. And one of my professors encouraged me to take a job with a local auto sales company and just working in their accounting department. I did it. And then, I decided I'm pretty good at this and I can pay the bills a little bit better as an accountant rather than a journalist. And so I decided that I wanted to do that. And this is around 2013, 2014. And I found Marietta Fong and she gave me a shot. That was kind of me getting my foot in the door. That was my first job at a CPA firm. So back then, the firm was Fong and Associates. Like I said, started in 2014. And then Marietta was, approaching retirement age. And so she wanted to find someone to merge with. And then she found John Servatius and Ross O'Brien, who had worked together at Moss Adams, but had gone out on their own for, a year or two prior to that time. And they joined the firm in late 2015. We merged, became Servatius, O'Brien, and Fong. And then in 2017, we moved locations up to our current location here in this building.
I actually been to, I believe I've been to 3 of your guys' open houses.
Yeah.
On the moves.
Yeah.
Because it used to be here on Sky Park at some point.
Now you're predating me, but yeah. Fong and Associates used to be down on Sky Park around 2010.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know Marietta for quite some time. Boy, she's a very special lady.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Well, that was kind of a change.
Yeah.
I mean, for journalism to wanting to know about the economy and then going into CPA. What's your specialty?
We don't really get pigeonholed into like a certain area like people would at maybe one of the big 4 accounting firms where they're just doing audits or they're just looking at corporate equity accounts or something like that. We really try to fulfill all services and all needs for a particular client. And so, when I get a client, I tell them, we can start with your business returns or your individual returns, but really anything that you need. I mean, if you need planning services so that you can know about a capital gain, if you sell a business or a certain property, we can help out with that. It's really, all service provided for each client.
Well, and that's super important. I don't know if I mentioned to you before, but my background is banking. Mm-hmm. I was a bank executive for 25 years, and about 10 years ago, I completely switched to real estate. And so I'm always being asked for CPA firms or some questions, which tax questions, which we kind of like stay away from. Right. Because we don't, is not what we do. But Marietta and the firm here has always been extremely helpful to to answer some of those questions for my clients. So significantly, you're a pretty good size firm for here in Torrance, right?
Yeah, well, we're about 15, so I think that still qualifies us as a boutique firm. But
Okay.
we've been growing, and I think we'll continue to grow. I mean, growth I think for a lot of businesses has stagnated during the pandemic, but we're coming out of that now. And there's a real need out there for CPAs. I'm getting a lot of referrals. I'm getting, and when I speak with these referrals, it's like, their accountant retired or changed industry even. So, there's definitely a need there.
Well, and that's the purpose of this blog. It is to get it out to the community. For one, if anybody's in need of accounting or CPA services, to please give Joe a call and come and find out what we're talking about. I've been friends with the firm for quite some time, and I mean, you guys always do things extremely classy, and that's says a lot about the overall of your company. Now, in reference to referrals, well, that's the idea, to be able to work with bankers, CPA, and so on, so we can help each other. Now, one question I get asked a lot is, when should a person or person/entity go from a tax preparer to a CPA?
That's a good question. I would say, just most people just need a tax preparer up until a certain point, as you suggest. But once you're talking about more than debits and credits, when you're talking about conformity with, especially financial disclosures for foreign investments and things like that, now you get into more than just the debits and credits, and you get into the actual tax law and how it can affect you and your business. And I think that that's something that CPAs can provide guidance on a little bit better than a tax preparer who's simply just trying to get the numbers accurate and get the balance sheet in balance. CPAs can let you know of certain things to be wary of. Like I said, the financial disclosures, how a 1031 exchange works, and what your milestones are for completing certain steps for that. So in that regard, we can help people out with a little bit more than just the math of accounting.
Well, one thing I have found out, at least with my clients, is that, well, I take it you guys have to be on top of, because the law keeps changing constantly.
Right.
And there's always benefits to business owners or to corporations. And sometimes, at least my experience has been, that a tax preparer is not as aware of what can benefit a company. And you guys find a balance between what's beneficial and what is to also protect and make sure that you're doing the right thing.
Right. You're absolutely right, Aaron. It's odd. It's a unique profession in that the rules are constantly changing, but changes create opportunity all the time.
Right.
So we like to tackle that opportunity aggressively. As an example, just this year, California passed a law where business owners could pay their state taxes through their business, and the business would get a deduction for it. This is kind of a workaround to the $10,000 limit on state and local taxes that was put into law in 2017. Well, we found out about this law in early January. They had passed it in late December. We immediately contacted our clients that we thought could benefit from this and let them know.
Wow.
And on the flip side of that, I have a lot of clients where we prepare just their individual return. Someone else does the business return, and they had missed this opportunity. The other CPA had not advised them about this pass-through entity credit, as they call it in California. And a few other states have passed some similar laws in the past.
What kind of entities can be used for that purpose?
You're basically businesses other than C corporations. If you're getting a K1 from a partnership or an S corporation, those are the businesses that can benefit from this.
Well, and that is actually a perfect example of the difference at times, and the reason why, like examples with my clients, is that at times they tell me how they do things, and I said, you might be leaving something on the table. that is legally, rightfully yours. And that is when I actually go and make a referral to a CPA firm. And I think that it's a great opportunity to be able to know, because education, I mean, I think just that one piece, or that part that you just shared with us, whoever looks at this blog, it's a lot of information that, quite honest, I was not told about.
Right.
So I learned something today.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. But I know that something very special happened recently.
Yes. Yep.
And congratulations.
So, yep. So I got married this last Saturday, September 24th, just barely before the age 40 deadline. I've been dating my wife, Mesa, for about 3.5 years.
Awesome.
And we're honeymooning in Thailand in November. So I just have a couple more deadlines to clear, and then I'll be home free.
Well, and I know how busy you guys are, and congratulations on the wedding.
Thank you.
And once again, I truly appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time and sharing your knowledge. And let's hope that somebody out there will go ahead and take advantage of that. And give Joel a call, or set up a. Do you offer consultations, or how does it work?
Absolutely. And we're not going to charge for an initial consultation. We want to find what's going on with your tax situation and see how we can help you out. And we're happy to meet here at my office, but also we're in with the time, so we can do a video call if needed.
Zoom is in to stay.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I just did a buyer's presentation over Zoom.
Yeah.
And it's it's such a time saver.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll go ahead and put your information on this video so people can actually contact you. And if any of you out there that has a small business that would like to be featured in this blog, please give us a call and set up a time. We can come and visit, and you can go ahead and share about your business, and also what you are really good at, and what any knowledge that you can share, and so the community can actually be informed. Once again, Aaron Alcides from Alpha Real Estate Group at Keller Williams, and I'll see you in the next episode.